You ever notice how when you could see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? So like let's say you're running, or and no, let's say you're running, right? And you see like, okay, there's this tree. I'm gonna stop once I get to that tree, right? You're able to, now that you set something there, now that you set a little pin, a checkpoint, now you're able to suddenly have that burst of power to just power through it till you get to that tree, right? Just like that, dopamine works whoa, the dopamine works the same way, where basically there's cheap dopamines, and then there is like dopamines that are actually, they got substance in it. So you got the cheap dopamines, which is basically like the drugs, alcohol, like fulfilling your lust, things like that, things like just doom scrolling, all that cheap dopamine, because you could obviously, you don't have to really do much. It's fun to start, and you know what the end result is like. It's right there. It's easy to just get onto. You just gotta pick up your phone. You just gotta pick up the bottle, whatever, right? You have the vape, whatever, right? It's easy to just pick it up and do the thing. Those are cheap dopamines. They give you that hit, that relief right away, and they feel good. But just as much as they have that high, afterwards you have a drop. You have a literal, you're falling, like you literally feel like, oh dang, like now this is done. Like now it's like regular mundane life after that thing is done. It's kind of hard because it's just like, damn, like okay, I'm past it now. Like okay, the drink is finished, now I just gotta like exist, like just go on to the next thing, which is like a real life mundane thing, you know. But the other side of it, the flip side, is let's say like those that sign up for a marathon, those that know they have a goal to like memorize the Quran, let's say if you're a Muslim, right? And like longer things, like literally becoming a YouTuber even, right? My page, for example, I have like 100 plus videos on my short form platforms, and on my long form YouTube I have at least 60, no, I have over 70 like full length videos that are like 10 minutes and whatnot. And I still don't see the light in sight where it's like, yo, okay, this is gonna be a brand deal, or this, or at this point I'm gonna have a brand deal, I'm gonna have money coming in, or halal income, or like I'm gonna have like a coaching business or something. Like I don't see it yet, but I know it's there. Like it's a long-term thing, it's a risk. It's like, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed you're gonna get something, or it's not guaranteed like that I'm gonna get ideally what I would think is ideal for myself. Nothing is guaranteed. And me making this video right now, I still don't get a relief that like, yo, this video might be the one that actually blows up. This video is the one that's gonna really like get me subscribers or something, and I'm really gonna get seen or something, or this video is gonna bring me these cool connections, or be able to help people to the point that they wanna like actually stick around and come tune in for my future work or anything like that. Like none of it is guaranteed, but that's why this is literally just one brick. Each video is one brick at a time, until you have, like I have some experience under my belt, you know. And that experience, you can't trade that. Like that's the only way to get that experience, is to just do the thing and keep showing up to do that thing again the next day, you know, and or the next week, like whatever the consistency is. The consistency doesn't mean every single day specifically. Consistency is anything that you do enough that you have a certain level of frequency. If it's like, oh, twice a week you put out a video, that's still consistent if you're actually doing it every week, twice a week, you know. That's consistency over a long period of time. That's another topic. I think I made a video on this actually, that like the definition of consistency is, it needs a rebrand, because consistency isn't as shallow and like freaking like extreme that like it's literally every day or something, or every hour or something. Consistency is a different thing. Consistency is something you're showing up for over a certain period of time. That could be even years, you know. But regardless, cheap dopamine, man, like that's the killer. That's literally the killer, because when you make cheap dopamine your main source of feeling pleasure throughout the day, it's like you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're literally like, you're drained. You don't want to do basic mundane things in life, like, I don't know, getting the groceries, or going to like a social event, like a club, or like just even meeting your real life friends. Even stuff like that becomes like a tall task when you rely on living off of cheap dopamines. But as soon as you switch to making your life predominantly actual good long-term dopamine, like working out, you know, or working out doesn't need to be like literally lifting. It could be calisthenics, like working out at the park, or just like a sport, basketball, soccer, whatever, anything physical, you know, that gets your heart, you know, like pumping and keeping your heart health good. Because heart health is the thing that will serve you. That's the main muscle that will actually serve you. It's not, is it a muscle? I don't know, but that's the thing that will like keep you going past a certain age, you know. Heart, it's like muscles are gonna help too, but heart is at the root, what's gonna keep you functioning all the way. Anything, but like anything that pays off in the long run, it gives you back so much as you keep living, rather than something that like you get the hit, but what you get right now is that's all it is. You doom scroll, you don't know what the next thing is, so you keep scrolling. You get a hit, you get a hit, you get a hit, but once that hit is done, that's it. Like that's all there is to it. You don't, there's nothing like after you finally like pull that thing apart and just move away from it, you don't feel good. Like you don't know that you're gonna feel good afterwards, fulfilled in yourself afterwards. Obviously you could watch self-improvement videos and like all this, like, I don't know, finance, all these things that make you feel like you're being productive, right? Mental masturbation. You still feel a sense of, oh, I'm doing something productive, I'm watching good stuff, I'm watching stuff that's gonna help me. That's still not doing the actual work. That's still not you being fulfilled in the long run, because you haven't done the thing yet. And this is not to say like life is all about like work. I'm struggling with this myself. I'm not working around the clock or something, and you shouldn't. Nobody should be working around the clock. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, he's the most influential man to walk this earth in a way, and he was not working all around the clock. He would literally take a nap in the middle of the day. He would be there for his family, and he would lead wars at the same time. Like, how can you do all that? And then we got people in this time that are video cut off. Yeah, as I was saying, we got people at this time, and people as in me as well, that have the reason to say, oh, I'm busy all day with like little busy work, you know, like cheap work, like let's say when you're in college, you could just say, oh, I got work all throughout the day, which is true in a way, because, you know, college is like, it's not like a straight up 9 to 5 where you're only working during the time 9 to 5, and outside of that 9 to 5 nobody can tell you nothing, because that's your own time. But with college, with personal work in general, people could say all the time like, yo, I'm busy. Like they could tell their parents like, oh, I'm busy, I'm just working on this, I'm working at that. But are we really working? Are we really actually doing meaningful work that whole time? No, we're not meant to. We're not able to. You could fool yourself all you want, but you're not actually doing that. And that's the thing. Like, the truth is, the most meaningful and deep level of work us as human can truly do, it could all be done within 4 hours. But of course, just the way the social construct and whatnot, it's easy to feel like you need to be working around the clock. So all that to say, the point is, don't rely on cheap dopamine. Focus on the long-term dopamine, like doing things that will actually build your garden and serve you in the long run over a long period of time. You don't feel good right away. You're probably even annoyed to do it, but you showing up and just getting the job done for that is putting a brick on top of another brick over a period of long time. That when you look back 3 months, 2 months, even 1 month before, the version of you're right now, at least you could be a little more fulfilled that you did something, even though to the world is like you haven't changed, maybe, you know what I mean? So that's the point. Like, cheap dopamine is gonna kill somebody. It killed many people out there, because cheap dopamine makes it so that even the most basic mundane things in your life becomes a tall task. You don't want to go out, you don't want to like go to the grocery store or something. Like, basic things become really hard when you rely on cheap dopamine, when you rely on just alcohol, drugs, fulfilling your lust, doom scrolling. That's why we need to substitute all that with long-term dopamine, substantial dopamine, which is only gonna come through things that you know directly serve something bigger. So yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and as always, keep showing up even when it's ugly. Assalamu alaikum.